What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and fourth federal level stimulus checks for gas to everybody in the nation is now coming to the forefront ahead of a federal gas tax holiday. That is right. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, first off, hope that you and the family are having a blessed Saturday. Let me know in the comments down below. What are you guys up to? This morning, the kids and I and my wife, we all went to the Natural Museum of Science, met up with my parents, had a great time, looked at the dinosaur bones, had a really great day. But now that we're back, there's some news coming out that I got to get you caught up on. Now, take a look at this. I want to read this to you very quickly. We're going to be diving into this article in more detail in just a second, but direct relief disputes, perhaps anticipating the resistance that he would meet on state levels for gas tax suspensions. Biden on Wednesday also urged lawmakers and governors to consider other types of tax relief, including rebates, aka stimulus checks, or direct payments to go right to the American people through direct deposit or stimulus checks. Now, we're hearing that this is coming to the forefront because take a look at this. I reported to you yesterday, Biden's gas tax holiday might save you about $6 a month, fueling calls for inflation stimulus checks instead. They're saying this is not enough to help out the American people. We've got 8.6% inflation. It's at a 41-year high, record high food and gas prices, and we're going to save you about $6 a month at the pump. They're saying this is not enough, and they want to pause that gas tax for 3 months. Members of Congress are saying no thanks, because in 3 months, we're going to tell Americans we're going to bump up your taxes. Oh yeah, and now it's midterm elections. Go vote for us to stay in power. They are not buying it. So right now there is no support in Congress for this, and the American people are saying, why don't you send out the stimulus checks? Take a look, you guys. Biden's state gas tax holiday pleas land with a thud among Democrats. They are saying they do not support this. I'm going to give you more details on this here in just a second. And how long is this going to be going on for? Well, take a look at this. Oil turbulence could last 5 years, according to ExxonMobil's boss, giving us a warning. So right now, we have heard that gas prices are high, they're going to go higher, and they're not coming down anytime soon. And now we're hearing that this could last for several years. So they have got to figure out some sort of way to help out the American people, some solutions at this time and right before midterm elections, because we could be in this for quite a while. And things are not slowing down with the war with Russia and Ukraine either. Now, also, as I mentioned, with everything going on, we're hearing that there's progress being made as well on a stimulus package, a revised Build Back Better bill to get some sort of provisions passed and through in Congress, as Democrats, they want to show the American people that as they're in full control, they're going to be able to get stuff done. So that is also going on. And you guys, I'm going to make sure to keep you up to date on everything going on, even on Saturdays, so that way you know what's taking place. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the content, keeping you up to speed on all that's going on, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not come join the Ram fam? All you got to do is very quickly smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. There's a lot going on with our economy right now, and if you're interested, I'll pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications, and I want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything that might be available to you. So right now, I'm assembling a comprehensive list of all checks on all levels, states, cities, and counties, and I'm going to be releasing it soon, so that way you know everything that is available, because a lot of these alternative checks available at different levels, they're only available for limited amounts of time, and in many cases you have to apply. And if you don't, you just totally miss out and the money goes back to the government. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody here on my channel, on the Steve Ram channel, so I'm going to keep you up to date. Keep an eye out for that. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the latest that's coming out, as we're hearing stimulus checks for gas. They're coming to the forefront, and they're passing federal gas tax holidays. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so link in the description below to this article that just came out yesterday. I always cite my sources for you, put the articles on the screen and read right from them, so that way you know it's the latest. Now, the article says President Joe Biden is cheerleading for a gas tax holiday, and it's putting him at odds with Democratic legislators across the country who have spent months spurning such calls. Top Democrats in Massachusetts and Rhode Island are flat out rejecting Biden's pleas, citing the potential for lost revenue streams for infrastructure projects and minimal savings for consumers, as they want to pause this gas tax, but they're saying this is what they use to help fund infrastructure projects, and they don't want to do that because then they're going to be losing that revenue. Now, in California, Democratic legislative leaders who rebuffed Gavin Newsom's attempt to stop a gas tax hike from going into effect on July 1st are resisting calls for a gas tax holiday from Republicans and moderate Democrats as well. And even as Biden lauds New York and Connecticut for suspending their gas taxes, motorists aren't seeing much in the way of savings at the pump in either of those states. And we had heard that from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. She had said, listen, if you're going to do some form of relief, do stimulus checks, because there is no guarantee that if we lift the federal gas tax or state gas taxes, that consumers are going to see the benefit at the pump. The only way to ensure that they get direct relief is to send them checks to their bank accounts. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Reading on, it says the president is open to ideas. Suspend their gas taxes or find other ways to deliver some relief. And states have been pursuing relief checks or gas stimulus checks and other types of tax breaks, many of which were actually pushed for before the president made these calls. Now, direct relief disputes, returning to the section that we started off with. Perhaps anticipating the resistance that he would meet on state levels for gas tax suspensions, Biden on Wednesday also urged lawmakers and governors to consider other types of tax relief, including rebates or direct payments. Now, that might be an easier sell, in part because some states and local officials, they're already doing it. Now, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, I've let you know here on the channel, she currently is sending out 50,000 prepaid cards worth $150 each and 100,000 transit fare cards worth $50, in addition to lifting their state gas tax as well. Now, Rhode Island lawmakers, they're poised to eliminate the state's motor vehicle exercise tax a year earlier than planned, providing $73 million in direct tax relief to consumers. We were way ahead of President Biden by providing more dramatic and permanent tax relief to Rhode Island vehicle owners. And this is more meaningful and impactful than a symbolic 3-month suspension on gas taxes. Wow, kind of saying that this is just a move by the president to say, look, I'm doing something, but it's really not going to help out anybody. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, jumping down in the article, take a look at this argument for gas stimulus checks and against federal gas tax holidays. Now, here's a quote. It says, "We fear that, as many economists have warned, a gas tax holiday would result in billions of dollars in profits for oil companies and only pennies in the pockets of consumers, as the companies cannot be obligated to pass this price reduction onto them. So they can take these profits," said Mariano and Senate President Karen Spilka in a joint statement on Wednesday. Now, this isn't fair, and we are not interested in benefiting multinational corporations while other residents continue to feel the pain at the pump. Suspending the federal 18.4 cent per gallon tax would save about $3 on every $75 it costs to fill up an average 15-gallon gas tank at $4.98 per gallon, the current national average. If states suspend their own gas taxes too, Biden argued that Wednesday, that savings could be even greater as well. But listen to this, you guys. They're saying it all depends on whether or not these oil companies are willing to pass on that savings to consumers. And they're saying you're not going to get that full 18 cents of the federal gas tax relief, and you're not going to get the full state gas tax. And they're saying it's very likely these companies, they're just going to be profiting even more so. Listen to this. A University of Pennsylvania Wharton School study found savings from state-level gas tax holidays have so far been mixed. So, in Connecticut, 71 to 87% of the tax savings were passed on to the consumers. So good job, Connecticut. But listen to this, compared to 58% to 65% in Georgia and 72% in Maryland. So they're saying it's very likely the 100% of the savings is not going to be going on to the consumers. And in some cases, roughly about half, as they're going to be just saving you pennies, dollars. But those oil companies, they're going to be raking in some major profits. They're going to actually be benefiting from these gas tax holidays. Now, jumping down, take a look at this. The dispute has surfaced, and they're now saying we must do more to provide immediate direct relief, aka send out checks to the American people, direct assistance to their bank accounts. And look at this quote. You have to ask yourself the extent to which companies would continue to pocket those profits. So let me know your thoughts. To what extent do you think these oil companies are going to take these profits? Are they going to pass on the savings to consumers, or are they going to take those profits? So there you have it, you guys. That is the latest. We are hearing, and it's becoming more and more likely, that gas stimulus checks are going to be on the way. And I would say, if people are asking when, my guess would be right before those elections. We're going to be seeing a lot of proposals, a lot of bills hitting, and we're going to be seeing a lot of legislation trying to get through. We'll see what passes, and if they cannot do that, we will see what executive orders are going to be coming out from the president to bypass Congress and try to get things done. Now, we will see, and I will keep you up to date here on the channel every step of the way. And with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me here on this Saturday evening. I hope this reaches you well and it was a blessing. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor. If you haven't already, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not come join the Ram fam? All you got to do is smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks, working away on that for you so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.